right, greetings, Internet Sojourners, and welcome to MMO Talks, where we discuss different topics around the Everquest community. Today, we're going to talk about something that happened on Project Quarm. This did happen about a month ago, so I'm a little bit late here, but I did want to get a video out to discuss this because it is interesting to me. So, for those of you that don't know, Project Quarm is a free to play Everquest private server. It goes up the planes of power. It has a lot of quality of life changes, too many to mention. That could be its own video, so it's not completely a classic server. And it's also not officially recognized like by Daybreak like P99 is, but it is still very popular right now. And what we're going to talk about specifically here are legacy items. So we're going to talk about the big boy here, the Manastone. On the 1st of January, the Project Quarm devs announced that there will be new loot rules for legacy items, specifically the Manastone and a few others. And what is a Manastone? Well, a Manastone allows you to basically life tap HP to mana. It only dropped for a few months in original EQ timeline as well as on Project 1999, which leads to it getting very rare as the server matures. For example, on P99, the Manastone can go up for around 800,000 platinum, potentially even more. And basically, prior to this, the developer said that Manastone would only drop for 3 months, and after that, no more Manastones. So people reacted accordingly. And the way I see it, there were 3 different types of players here. One, the type that just went and got the Mana Stone, maybe got 1 or 2 more, possibly for a nest egg, a little investment. Then 2, some players who took things a little bit further, maybe they farmed some more, but they didn't have the goal for using them for, say, RMT purposes. Then you have the whales who wanted to cash in, say, 2 years from now with up to 700 plus Mana Stones and pay off their house or whatever it is they wanted to do with that money. And yes, you heard that right. There were some accounts that had groups of accounts that had farmed up to 700 plus Mana Stones, according to the developer. And then there's also a handful of players who just don't care about legacy timelines and they're simply playing the game. And those are probably the people that are having the most fun. But that's neither here nor there. So a big change happened on 1 January where the developer shifted direction and they decided to leave the Mana Stone in game. They changed it to no drop and they renamed it Mana Rock to distinguish it from the original Mana Stones that dropped when the server came out. Now, the developer stated that there were players who had hoarded over 700 Mana Stones across 8 accounts, which is just insane, and they were likely doing this for RMT purposes, which, while morally dubious, it does make sense for those trying to cash in, because we have almost 15 years of economic data on P99 to analyze and see just how expensive these items can get. So some players agreed with the decision, other players are upset because they spent time farming these items, expecting their value to go up. Now, I did see comments on the Discord that the spawn rate was higher on Quarm than on P99, so it was unlikely that the Mana Stone would ever get as expensive as it is on P99. However, some people did get frustrated that the developer shifted direction. So what are your thoughts? Were the Quarm devs right in trying to stop the RMT and keeping access open to legacy items? Should they have stuck to their original plan of 3 months and then done? And also, should they have foreseen this? The developer did say on Discord prior to server launch, "I've been around EMU a while, since 2005, and worked P99 prior, and I know exactly where stuff starts to get poop socky and where stuff falls apart. There's guardrails in place for stuff like this." So go ahead and drop a video, comment with your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Were you one of the players that was hoarding Mana Stones? Do you not care? Just be curious to hear from the community, especially those that play on Quorum, what you all think of this. And I want to thank you all for watching. This is the MMocracy. Stay classic.